Dear Diamonds and fellow Diamonds in the rough. To say that the streets are excited for Honkai Star Rail's next patch would be a massive understatement. The Raiden-Mei/Raiden Shogun counterpart, Acheron, is finally coming to Honkai Star Rail.
On top of that,
they also gave us more anniversary rewards than Genshin could ever dream of, which are still questionable considering Honkai Star Rail standards. We'll talk about that in the future, so it begs the question, what could hoyoverse do that can anger the fans so much? Well,
there's some shit we gotta speak about.
it looks like hoyoverse is taking a page out of Genshin Impact's book when it comes to their creators. What that means? They're giving exclusive pre-release content, commonly known as leaks in the streets, to the people that they,
who the fuck is they,
hoyoverse, deem brand okay, considering the pattern they had in Genshin Impact where they will only choose creators that they think are, I'm gonna have him represent my product. Basically kind of like some form of sponsored content in a way. Now the problem why we're saying sponsored content is because that creator cannot really talk shit and be very critical about the content that is the new character, also which is basically the product that that person is presenting through this video game. Because let's face it, characters can be considered as the products that the creators are presenting to you, the audience, the shoppers or the buyers, slash the icons are basically the options that can make your product even better if you buy it. It's like, here's the burger and the icon is the fries if you want the best experience. However, because of how guide content works on YouTube, is whoever's there first wins. There is no after. That's why you will see people that make guides pre-release. They take the risk of getting struck down by hoyoverse just so that they can have the views that these guides and that this hype, this information, the thirst for people wanting this information coming their way. During the anniversary livestream, hoyoverse was very clear, including a heart rate monitor. You should be the only
I should be the only motherfucker getting praise.
Excuse me. During the live stream, we could see the heart rate monitor increase when he was talking about leakers. Now, obviously for dev teams, leakers are a problem, but you can easily fix that by just having better security. I don't understand how that's like a huge issue. Okay, I understand from a story perspective that leaks can be a huge problem, 100%. Obviously, when you hear the term leaks, the first thing you think about is character kit and the power scaling of the character and what they can offer, right? That's usually synergies, interactions, how they do with enemies, techniques, talents, numbers, mostly numbers. That's what usually players care about when you hear the term leaks. Now, when it comes to story, I have no idea why they have this huge issue with the fact that people are leaking story. It's weird. I don't know. To me personally, story leaks are trash. Like, they don't make no sense. It's like, why would I deprive myself from the experience as I have to watch that story anyway, unless you're a story skipper, which is also fair, like more freedom to you. I prefer to have the freedom and the options in my games rather than instead of just one thing. Looking at you, Genshin Impact no skip button. When is that? Now, obviously, the ultimate problem is the censorship of creators when it comes to this. Now, do keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that we may be overreacting right now. It could be an overreaction.
Let me explain why.
Because for all we know, the next character, hoyoverse, can look at people and go, you know what? Here, have the pre-release. I pick Gacha Smack this time and I pick EO this time instead of Braxophone and I win to lose game, etc. However, if we go by the Genshin Impact track record, hoyoverse usually look at what are known in the streets as dick suckers. Those are the people that usually get this form of sponsored content. Now, I wouldn't put Braxophone in the bracket of a hoyoverse dick sucker 100%, but unfortunately for someone that has a more critical look on characters, etc., or maybe just doesn't have that big of a number, and as in the subscriber count, etc., because we all know hoyoverse prefers top tier creators to present their game, even like sponsor their videos for their game, as we've seen with Harman, etc. Now, who is hurt by all this? Well, for us, first, the audience, because now leaked content will be probably scarce to get, which means you can't get objective information before the character release, whether you were to choose to save for them or not, because not only aesthetics matter in a character, but also their power and the synergy and value they can offer to your own account. Slash guide makers, especially the small ones, they can't really compete because in YouTube, unless you're one of the first ones to post a guide, you're basically a fish without water. It's like you just dry. There's nothing for you to do. You just won't get the numbers. That is the ultimate issue. So now we found ourselves in a situation where smaller creators can't grow. I personally wanted to make guides because I know of how good content they are, and I would enjoy to do them in my own formats, you know, like I would love to entertain you guys while giving you information. However, now looking at this, I'm really discouraged with making it because as a creator, you have to take into consideration the numbers that you will get for your effort through making a certain content. And I believe it or not, as I was doing research and building up a video for Acheron Build, I can tell you this much: guides are probably the most difficult content I ever dared to even touch. And now knowing that it is not gonna happen is very discouraging. I'm not gonna lie. You can ask my community, like, but you're only looking for the numbers. That unfortunately is a huge incentive on why creators do what they do. Numbers dictate if I made a good job. If I spend weeks, and believe me when I say weeks, gathering all that information, making sure it's true, because when it comes to guides, you want to be as precise as possible. There's no room for error. You spend all that time, and if the numbers aren't really there, it's like, okay, well, was it the editing? Was it the style? Was it the format? Or was it that I simply wasn't on time? And in guide making, that plays actually a massive role. But now I know for a fact, I will never be on time. I will never be there. I will never be able to have the ability because I'm new. I don't have a huge following. I have a following that I really appreciate, by the way, don't get me wrong. If I'm going to make guides, they will really have to be for just pure entertainment purposes, but I cannot look at them anymore as a means to maybe help my channel grow and maybe help my life become better. Unfortunately, that is gone for now. Which is the point I want to bring up, is maybe we're overreacting, because hoyoverse so far has a 100% track record of listening to what the fuck we say and we complain about. If we complain and are vocal enough about this, maybe this won't be a problem, and maybe in the future I might cover other new characters that I'll be excited for. It is a shame that I know now that if I make a guide about Acheron, it's not going to do shit. It is a shame, but you know, all things considered, I will try to remain as hopeful as possible for future characters, and maybe Sam. Hopefully by the time Sam comes, I know I'm excited for Sam. And once Sam comes, maybe this rule, this new thing they have might have changed, so that I would love to bring you guys a guide. I would love to do that, like make it on my own way. I'm excited for that shit, you know, I would love to do it. But incentive matters a lot, unfortunately. Believe it or not, creation takes its toll. These guys on the internet you see make it easy, but as a new creator, I can tell you this much. It's tough, man. It is very tough. Especially if you want to balance everything in your life. Oh, good luck. And hoyoverse, don't take that incentive away from us, please. We just pulled up. Can we ride? Then let's ride on the high road, man. Don't take that away from us. What do you guys think? Are you for or against what hoyoverse is doing? Let us know. We'll see you on the next one. See ya.